Hi everybody, this is my review of the Typhur Culinary InstaProbe digital thermometer. This is my review of the Typhur Culinary InstaProbe digital thermometer. In this video, I'll be examining all the key features that you should consider when looking for a digital thermometer and how the InstaProbe performs in each of these areas. I decided to focus all of my efforts on assessing this unit in depth. Now, the first key area of any product that I'm talking about is the first look. This is just like food. If it doesn't look good, it probably won't taste as good as our eyes. Always eat first, unless of course you're in total dark room being served who knows what.
I don't know why I'm looking down like I can see what I'm doing.
Feels weird. Can you turn the lights, please?
I can tell you this thermometer looks very appealing, exciting, and based on all the slick black look with a gloss front and a glossy black magnetic hinge, which is where the probe is attached. The very modern design reminds me of something you see in San Francisco's Modern Art Museum for its perfect curves, its silver-lined external border, just like something you would find designed by a company who knows engineering design like Porsche. The battery compartment is perfectly flush, and even the screw is not your average screw. It has a beautiful titanium look, and I'll tell you something, it makes me afraid when I open this thing, closing the battery cover, not to scratch the screw. The raised dots below the probe allow you to easily pull out the probe with a nice tactile feel. A very nice subtle touch, showing the Typhur Culinary paid attention when it comes to the design. Now, turning on the unit reveals a gorgeous OLED or OLED display that is bright and crystal clear in any light. In the upper left corner, the display is a battery strength indicator, so you never have to wonder, is my thermometer going to die? Because you can see it right here on the thermometer. This is a great feature, but the display did bring up one limitation that I'll discuss later on that surprised me. Opening the thermometer turns it on with about a 30-degree extension where the probe is pulled away from the body. This unit is also motion activated as well, so picking up the unit turns it on and off if the probe is still extended. Leaving the unit untouched shuts the unit off after approximately 25 seconds, which I timed several times using my iPhone stopwatch. Now for looks, if I were giving this a number rating, now number ratings are very subjective, but this is a 10 out of 10 in my book. The features I consider when selecting an instant read thermometer, including many areas, is number one, the response time. That is very important. The response time of a thermometer refers to how quickly it can take a reading. Now, this is particularly important if you're cooking something that needs to be checked quickly, such as meat on a grill. It's supposed to read a temperature in 0.75 seconds. Keep in mind, this thermometer reads in tenths of a degree, which is highly accurate, and fluctuations by a tenth of a degree are so minuscule, I'd expect the thermometer to have a 0.1 or 0.2 degree variation, which would never be indicated on other thermometers without a tenth of a degree reading. You'll see in my test just how fast it reads. Now, the next thing I look at is durability and waterproofing. The thermometer needs to be able to withstand the rigors of regular use, including high temperatures and moisture of falling into water. The InstaProbe is IP67 rated, but what does that mean? So IP stands for ingress protection. It's part of an international standard used to indicate if a product is water resistant or waterproof. Now, following the letters IP are typically 2 digits, which indicate the level of protection of the product. The first digit indicates the level of protection that a product has from a solid, i.e. a screwdriver or even dust. The second digit indicates the level of protection a product has from liquid intrusion in certain volumes or pressures or temperatures. Now, here in this guide, you can see that IP67 means that it is dust tight with no ability for dust to enter the battery compartment and protection against the effects of immersion in water. IP67 means that it is dust tight with no ability for dust to enter the battery compartment and protection against the effects of immersion in water between 1 centimeter and 1 meter for 30 minutes. In US terms, this means 0.39 inches to 3.3 feet. Basically anything in your kitchen that this would fall into should allow the unit to survive as long as you don't leave this in liquid for 31 minutes or longer, technically. Now here I'm dropping the unit in a glass of water, praying it will be okay after the test. I left this in the water for 10 seconds, which is the average time I find before you realize that you just did something and then getting it out of the liquid. I'm happy to report it survived with no signs of damage. Next up is accuracy.
Uh-oh. Look at this, look at this.
Probably the most important requirement of any thermometer is to ensure the accuracy of the temperature reading. Now, the InstaProbe is NIST certified as of January 2023 for plus or minus 0.5 degrees of accuracy, which is crazy accurate. For the InstaProbe digital thermometer, I conducted 2 key tests, which are all detected by the high-performance sensor bead at the tip of the thermometer using their patented DCTI technology. Now, the first test is the ice water test. I placed the thermometer in my pan of ice water with a 50-50 ice and water ratio. I let this sit for 30 minutes and waited for it to stabilize. The thermometer should read 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and the InstaProbe performed in this test perfectly. The second test was the boiling water test. I placed the thermometer in a pot of boiling water and waited for it to stabilize. The thermometer should read 212 degrees Fahrenheit in boiling water, and once again, was spot on in this reading. Finally, you want a thermometer that is easy to use with clear instructions and an intuitive design. So is this the perfect thermometer? Well, when it comes to pure functionality, I'd say darn near perfect. My biggest complaint was that it's a unit that gets dirty almost immediately. Any fingerprints or anything that touches it, such as a liquid or anything that smudges on here, will drive somebody like me with a type A personality absolutely crazy. And I find myself doing this a lot. It's also a challenge to clean sometimes, so I found myself using my microfiber cloth for my cameras to keep it absolutely squeaky clean when it comes to the black face. I almost wish this was a sort of matte black finish or a smoky finish that didn't show so much, but when you lose that sexy great look like this, I mean, it's a wow factor that Typhur Culinary was clearly shooting for, and it scores huge there. The other thing that I found that's a challenge was a display. And the display rotates only 180 degrees. So if you're trying to read the temperature while the unit's vertical, you have to tilt it to the side to make sure the reading is facing you. So with the gorgeous high-tech OLED display, I would like to see a display that rotated 90-degree increments so that when it's vertical or upside down, the display wasn't sideways. Other than that, I can't find anything else wrong with this. So is this thermometer something that you would love to get your hands on? Leave a comment down below and like this video if you thought this review covered all the essential things that you'd like to see in a thermometer review. And please don't forget to subscribe and help my channel grow so more companies allow me doing no strings attached and no promises reviews. Overall, I found the Typhur Culinary digital thermometer to be an excellent choice for anyone in need of a reliable and accurate thermometer. With its precise readings, quick response times, beautiful design, and IP67 waterproof rating, it's an excellent thermometer and one I would definitely consider a top pick for myself or any holiday or birthday or for the cooks in your life. As Henry Ford once said, if I had asked the public what they wanted, they would have asked for a faster horse. I think Mr. Ford would have liked this faster horse. Until next time, smoke on, baby!